So, you ready? I'm about to hit one, go live. So, alright.
Hold on, you want me to make sure it's live?
Yeah, make sure.
Hold on, I gotta wash my hands. Give me 1 sec. Hold on 1 sec, 1 sec.
Alright.
We're just letting it load, okay? Just let it load.
Alright.
Straight.
Alright, it's live, dude.
Are you sure it's live right now?
Yes. Go on YouTube.
Alright, boys. We live, boys.
Alright,
We're gonna
are we live?
right out.
Can you see it?
And we live? And we live. Oh, no, not yet.
Are we live or no?
Trump 2021. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, live right now.
Alright.
Why Trump will lose 20 not clickbait.
Okay, but why are you making that voice though?
What voice, sir?
Alright. So, can you see my screen right now or no?
It just says live right now, and if I click on it, I don't want to watch it because it will just what's it called?
Click on it and make sure that the US debt clock is in there.
All right, hold on. I clicking it. Not click. Yeah, the U.S. debt clock is there, man.
Alright, good. So my screen is showing. Alright, cool.
Yeah, he's got all the tabs open. It says Pornhub and
Good, bro. Alright, so let's talk about why Trump will lose 2020, man.
The first thing is there's just too much pressure going on in politics, man, on both sides, man. And think about it.
No. I think what's gonna happen is, well, there's a lot of populism right now in the US, correct?
Well, what I have to say, man, there's pressure. When there's pressure, people don't make the smartest decisions, correct?
Sure.
When people are worried about, oh, my job, my house, the rich are worried because of socialism, or they may or may not be as worried. You know what I mean? But when the rich are worried, when rich people are worried, that's when everybody should be worried. If the rich people are not worried, that's when poor people never worry. Think about that. If the rich are worried, you should be too, because they're the ones who own the businesses. They run the country. They run the world. So if they're worried, you should be too. That's the way I see it. What do you think?
Well, what I think is, well, there is a lot of pressure right now.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I know, but there's a lot of populism. And what I mean by that, that's why Trump pretty much won, you know.
Because
the right is putting up, the right is putting a lot of pressure, and the left is putting a lot of pressure. And what's happening now is I'm looking at the U.S. debt clock right now.
Yep.
And if we can see here, the U.S. national debt just keeps going up and up and up. And we look at the unfunded liabilities, and it's $125 trillion. We're never gonna pay that, and we're probably gonna see a collapse in the U.S. in the future, and it's gonna be hard, but that's something in the future. But Trump will lose because we will have a recession before he ends the first term. Yep.
So
I think what's going to happen is the socialists, probably Bernie Sanders or somebody else, that woman, I forget her name is.
Elizabeth Warren?
Yes, either her, Bernie, or Joe Biden.
I don't know. Andrew Yang is catching up really fast, man. He's like 5%. Camellia Harris is 10%.
Yeah, but
got
Andrew Yang does not have the same backing as the
what I'm
Elizabeth
saying
Warren.
is, we're too soon into the election. He hasn't been thrown out yet. So all you have to see is if he keeps going up in votes. It's not looking good for the other candidates. It's looking very good for him. You know what I mean? He went from nobody literally a year ago and to now getting fucking really popular, man. So with no money, no nothing, he's getting lots of donors, man. He just needs to get a lot more views, I guess, and more people informed with what he's offering. What he's offering is pretty much like $1,000 a month, you know?
Well, what is your worry in the future?
I'm worried that automation is going to take jobs away. That is important. And then I'm also worried about people not being able to ever build any wealth. Middle class, poor class getting out of poverty, and then the rich not maintaining their rich status, them losing money because of negative interest rates.
Yeah, that's
It
the
has
other
to be
issue
balanced.
is
It
that's
has
the
to be balanced with
okay. What
everyone.
I'm worried about is pretty much is the negative interest rates and how we're gonna see negative interest rates in the U.S. We're probably gonna end up going back to quantitative easing. That's for sure. Trump
Yep.
does not want a recession happening under his watch.
Yeah,
But
so you better pump the market up.
yeah, but the problem is we're at 2.25 in interest rates right now,
Yep.
and
Yeah, but in other
we keep
countries,
seeing the yield curve and everything like that
yep.
happening. I look at CNN and CSNBC,
Yield curve
and
are
they're all pumping it up. They're all saying, "Oh, we're going into recession." They're probably gonna blame Trump because they don't like Trump, and
yep.
he's gonna lose. Like they're gonna blame that on him. People are gonna see. They're gonna blame the recession on him. And the only thing Trump can do right now is pressure the Federal Reserve, and they're probably gonna cut interest rates, go back to zero, quantitative easing. And when the recession happens, they're they're gonna be left with very little
Money.
munition to fight the recession. Which in that case, they will have to go back to negative. They will have to go to negative interest rates, like we're seeing around the world.
That's true. In Denmark,
Yeah,
Germany have negative interest rates.
yeah, they have negative interest rates, and more countries are gonna be doing that. And what I see happening next is every single country is gonna lower their currencies because of the
The
debt issues.
devalued
Yeah,
principally.
so the dollar right now is the highest it's ever been. If you go to Trump's Twitter, let me go to Trump's Twitter right now.
Wait. Can I tell you other reasons why I think Trump is probably going to lose?
Why?
If there's a recession, people are everybody, liberals, independents, and Republicans. Everybody's just going to lose faith in him. So if the liberals already don't like him, and then the economy crashes, they're just going to use that as ammo against him and say, "Look what happened. He was in here for a couple years. Oh, boo hoo! He's a horrible man. Everyone's just going to hate him, man.
Yep,
It's
yep,
it's
that's the
easy to hate
truth.
somebody and hard to like somebody. Think about that."
All right. Yeah, right now I'm on Trump's Twitter right now, so let me go back down to where he says. All right, keep talking, keep talking.
Well, also the thing is that people are saying he has no credit for the economy. So if he says it's doing good, well, people are going to say, "Oh, it's Obama who did it." But in reality, maybe it's not Obama. Maybe it has to do with the quantitative easing. You know what I mean?
Yep, yep.
On top of that,
On top
what
of
else? On top of if there was no quantitative easing, the economy wouldn't grow. So it's basically fake money.
I think the issue is the central banks. The issue is the central banks around the world.
So here's the question: what the fuck is Trump? What does he even have to offer? Realistically, what does he offer? Seriously, what's he offer?
Well, that's why I say populism is what's driving. That's why he
Like,
got.
fuck all
So
that.
basically, he was
I like
saying
your YouTube
he wanted
channel.
to save the country. That's all he was saying. So basically, when he ran for president, he ran on Obama has fake numbers. He's doing quantitative easing, very low interest rates. He was telling everybody while he was running for president how Obama had very low interest rates. And
Yep.
how that was if they raised interest rates just by one little bit, the economy was gonna go on recession.
He
And
said that.
he said that while
So
he was.
he had to have known, man. That's why he's gonna bet everything for him to win.
So
He
what
doesn't win.
happened? What
Fuck.
happened was Trump. He just basically, he ran on that. He won because, and he said all of these things. He said the bubble is an economy bubble, and this and that. But when he won, he put his name on the bubble. He said We are doing great.
Yeah.
So basically, the same numbers he was calling out fake while Obama was a president, he started calling them fake. I mean, he started putting those numbers in towards his name. So
Yeah.
now,
So
yeah,
fucked
so
up.
now the bubble is in his
Interesting.
name, and if it pops on his name, which it will, and it's gonna be sad, but we're gonna probably have socialism here. We're gonna have high inflation, and it's not gonna be good for the U.S. dollar and for the U.S. in general. We're gonna see a lot of domestic products going up in prices, and probably I'm probably saying that the Chinese will definitely become like the world, like the empire, the new empire, basically.
Okay, hold on. Let me put my million cents. Okay, so first of all, what does Trump actually have to offer? What is he promising? What got him elected in the first place? Not saying I'm against him, but let's say right now he's running for a second presidency. What does he actually have to offer? He's not actually in control of the economy. The Federal Reserve, as
All right,
quantitative
you
easing
ready?
is.
Are you ready for this? I'm about to play
Wait.
when he
This is what
says,
Trump has to offer. Wait, can I tell you what Trump has to
"Yeah,
offer?
go ahead, go ahead."
All I think he's got to offer, he has a wall. He's offering a wall. He's going to do tariffs with China. I agree. He's saying we're losing $500 billion a year. You know what? That's
What?
good, but that's half a percent. Or no, that's 5% of our GDP. So he's trying to save 5% of the revenue or loss or whatever that the economy spends. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
So that $500 billion is still a lot of money. That is stupid. That just means politicians previously have been bought out by Chinese. But here's the thing. You know why China's probably getting a $500 billion tariff? Because it's probably, you know what I realized, Jason?
Yeah.
Dude, America's paying China $500 billion for all of the goods manufactured in China. So the government
Yes.
is paying China for all of the money it made in America selling goods. So what's the difference if America just paid like Apple $500 billion to just build all their iPhones? What if America took the $500 billion that they're losing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they just use that money to pay for Americans to do it, and it wouldn't make a difference. And then China would lose out, and America would only gain. Think about that.
Yeah.
If we're losing, that's the smartest decision ever. Do you agree?
Yeah, man.
I don't know what the actual numbers
Look
are.
at this. Watch this.
Okay,
I'm
wait.
about
One thing
to
is this. Trump is offering a lower tax rate, and you know what? It's going to expire in 2025 unless somebody comes in there and writes a bill. So Trump is, dude. I don't know, man. If the economy crashes during the like within a couple months, do you think it's going to crash this October?
not this October. It's gonna
Okay, so
take a little
next
bit.
year,
There's
2020.
probably gonna be a big sell-off this October, for
But
sure.
it's probably
It's
going to
gonna be
bottom out.
worse. It's gonna be worse than last year's December sell-off. It's gonna be real bad, and people are blind. People are not seeing this, and but there's not gonna be a recession or a market crash. It's gonna be a big sell-off. The market is gonna tank. The Federal Reserve is gonna have to come in and lower interest rates, and that's what's gonna cause us to go to negative interest rates.
All right, go on.
All right, but right now on my screen, I'm about to show the video where Trump is gonna say that we're in a big thought bubble when he was running in the 2016 election. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, listen to it.
Contributions we should be making to rebuild the middle class. I don't think top-down works in
That's
America.
Hillary.
I think building the middle class,
can
investing
hear it,
in the
right?
middle class,
Yep.
making college debt-free so more young people can get their education,
That's a bad
helping people
decision.
refinance their debt from college at a lower rate. Those are the kinds
Oh
of
my
things that
God.
will really boost the economy. Broad-based,
And create
inclusive
inflation
growth
base.
is what we need in America, not more advantages for people at the very top.
All right, listen to Trump.
Mr. Trump,
Typical politician, all talk, no action.
Click the CC in the
Sounds
corner
good, doesn't work, never going to
on the
happen.
video so I can see
Our
subtitles.
country is suffering because
Oh, you
people
want to see the
like
subtitles?
Secretary
Yep, 'cause I'm
Clinton
watching you
have
live.
made
Oh,
such
okay.
bad decisions in terms of our jobs and in terms of what's going on. Now, look, we have the worst revival of an economy since the Great Depression. And believe me,
Are you
we're in a
gonna do it?
bubble right now.
I
And the
did it.
only thing that looks good is the stock market. But if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing
See?
down.
He
We
knew.
are in a big, fat, ugly bubble.
Yeah,
And we
what
better
did he
be
say
See?
awfully
exactly?
He said we're in a big, fat, ugly bubble, and we better,
careful. And we have a Fed that's doing
Okay, now I
political
see you
things.
putting subtitles
This
on.
Janet
Well,
Yellen
because
of
you're
the
live,
Fed.
there's a slight delay of probably
Yeah,
like
there is
5
a delay. Yeah.
All right, there you go. There you go.
But you see, Trump is basically
This
saying,
is the worst revival of the economy since the Great Depression, and we're in a bubble right now. And the only thing that looks good is the stock market. But if you raise interest rate even a little bit, it's going to come crashing down. We're in a big, fat, ugly bubble. Dude, what he said right there
yeah,
just blew my mind because he literally says this is like the Great Depression. He just said, bro.
yeah. But the problem is this. Look, this is the
What?
problem is he knew about this. He knew that Obama had low interest rates and it was really, really bad, and it was going to cause a recession if we raise interest rates.
Yeah.
I believe that if Hillary would have won that election, the recession, we would have had recession already. But Trump was a businessman and he offered tax cuts. He
Dude, I would
offered
not have started
he
this
offered
tomorrow.
a lot of deregulation for the country, tax cuts, and government spending, lowering it. And he didn't lower the government spending. He lowered the tax rates, and he was able to basically motivate the market and make give some to the market. If Hillary would have won, there would have been recession.
Okay, all I when I was originally investing, I invested in Apple because I said Trump is the president. I trust the economy. I trust
Yes,
everything. That's the
correct.
only reason. If Hillary won,
Yeah,
I would not have. Yeah, I'm not even
yeah,
kidding.
yeah. And what happened was now is he put his name on that bubble. So what's gonna happen is when that bubble bursts, is gonna explode on his fucking name.
He needs to just do one. He needs to just back out. Is what I think he should do.
Well, the
Protect his-
problem is he can't back out anymore. Like he did that, he put his name on the bubble. We're gonna have socialism when he loses. The yield curve has inverted, and a lot of people say, "Oh, it's different this time. It's different this time," but the yield curve has been 90% accurate.
For the last 7 years. Well, this is
Yes,
going to the eighth recession because the yield curve inverted.
yes. So we're about to have a new one, and
Wait. I just
the
came up with.
Fed.
I
Okay,
have, wait,
the
wait. I
Fed.
just,
Listen. This is the
I
most
just thought
important.
of something
All right,
amazing.
all right. Go ahead.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Wait. So if we raise interest rates, it will cause an economy crash, right?
Yes, I think we should
Wait.
raise interest
I just
rates.
thought about something. So he wants to lower interest rates back to 0%, right?
Yes.
To make the economy not crash. So what happens if it's 0% and then they just keep lowering them to -1%, -2%?
That's what I've been telling
Then
you all the
then
time.
the economy is not going to crash. It will be a fake. It will be a recession in our minds. We're gonna know it's supposed to crash, but they're putting a negative interest rate so it does not crash. So the economy continues
So
to
the
grow.
stock market won't crash, but we're gonna have inflation because of that. They're gonna devalue. Basically, the value of the dollar is gonna go down.
That's actually what I'm thinking, dude.
Yeah,
I don't think.
they're
I know
gonna
it's not
have money supply. The money supply is gonna basically they're gonna print more money. The Fed is gonna print a lot of money. They're gonna pump either the stock market or whatever they choose to pump. They're probably gonna pump up the stock market even higher because they're gonna try to save it. I don't think they're gonna be able to save it. They're gonna have to. We're gonna go into a recession. It's gonna be very ugly because we're gonna see high inflation and it's just bad. And we have the China thing. You know, it's
how much
bad.
is quantitative easing? 4 trillion, right?
What's up?
How much is quantitative easing? 4 trillion.
Let's go to the Federal Reserve right now. Let me type the
It's
Federal.
about 4 trillion, I believe. Okay, so let's just take that number, 4 trillion. Okay, four. So 4 trillion divided by 300 million. Don't know what the number is exactly. Let me see. 4 trillion divided by 300 million citizens, that comes out to $13,000 a person, basically. Now, I know this sounds different, but this is why I liked Andrew Yang a lot, is because Andrew Yang says instead of pumping the stock market up with quantitative easing, what we should do is take that same $4 trillion, right?
Well,
And
the
then,
problem is, even if you give it to the people, right? A lot of people are just gonna consume, right?
okay,
Consume all that money.
Wait, hold on. Here's the thing. Wait, let's say you give $4 trillion into the stocks, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Stocks use that money to employ people, right?
Okay.
So then they employ people and then they sell products to consumers, right? And then
Yeah.
the consumers buy it. And then the stock price went up because other investors see potential in the company. And then the Federal Reserve pumped fake money into the stock market, right?
Yeah.
And then the president says, "Oh yeah, it's doing good." Okay, what's the difference if the Fed just gave that money, $4 trillion, directly to consumers? And remember, Ray Dalio has said multiple times that in the future, what's going to happen very soon, he says, the banks are just going to give people money. So what if the Fed? Now this is not normal. So because it's not normal, like if
No,
it's
it's gonna. That's called helicopter money.
Draghi,
okay, yeah, hold
Corona.
on. If there's a new
Andrew Yang, it's
exercise.
but the problem is Andrew Yang wants to give universal basic income to everyone. He wants to give out $1,000, correct,
Oh,
to
looks like
every single person in America, correct.
yeah.
So basically, let's say we go to a recession, Andrew Yang wins, correct.
Uh-huh.
So what's gonna happen is, let's say he's able to pass that on and says universal income. Everybody
Yeah.
gets $1,000 a month. What is it? A month or a week or what?
$1,000.
A month, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's say that everything goes the way he plans
Yep.
it. All right. Because everybody goes, oh yeah, we are in a recession. We need money. We're broke. Let's vote for this
That's what
guy.
happened in 2008. I know
Yeah, yeah.
he was
So,
given
but
money from
that's
the
what
government.
every other socialist is offering. And they're all offering free shit, and the one that offers the most is gonna win. So let's say Andrew Yang wins.
Well,
He
hold on.
gives no,
Let's say
but
he.
this is the issue. This is the issue with Andrew Yang. He gives out that money, right?
Yep.
By then, let's say they're gonna devalue the dollar, dude. They're gonna
Hold
be
on. Wait, I have an objection to
they're
that.
gonna devalue the dollar. Gold is gonna go up. They're gonna
Hold on. Wait, I have a different. Hold on. I have a different. You know,
plus
I have a
inflation
different.
will go up, so the value of that dollar every year is gonna lose.
Well, hold on. Not necessarily.
People, no, but the problem
Necessarily.
is businessmen will be like, wait a minute, the inflation is up. I need to make money. I need to raise the prices on my products. So Andrew, those $1,000 that he's giving everyone, all that money printing is gonna inflate the fucking U.S.
No, I
economy
agree
because
with
the
that.
money velocity is gonna increase. You know why the money velocity is gonna increase? Because you're
Correct.
giving it to consumers. We are the biggest consumer nation in the whole damn world. People here don't save any money. They consume and they go deeper into debt. So what's gonna happen is the velocity of money and the money prints and it's gonna create the big inflation. Just what happening, I believe, Venezuela. People spend, those dollars flip. The inflation is gonna rise. Thus, that $1,000 that he gave everyone is gonna be nothing. It's gonna be worthless. So it's gonna
I
be
disagree with you completely because Venezuela, the reason what you're referring to is hyperinflation.
yeah. I,
Okay,
I believe that
Hyper,
we're gonna have a big inflation because you're gonna give
no,
that money.
I disagree with
No,
that.
okay,
Hyperinflation
but
only
let me
happens in
give my
one
point. Let
scenario.
me give my point. We're gonna give money to consumers. They're gonna spend the money because they're consumers. The velocity of the money will go up. The printing is gonna go up, and that's gonna create inflation. That's what creates inflation, dude. So that's
I
how.
disagree. Hold on, let me tell my
Then
side.
tell me
Right?
what creates inflation, and we're gonna have negative interest rates. It's gonna be so crazy that all that money is not going to be. Do you think people are going to um, invest that money? Do you think that people are going to put that in the stock market?
No,
If they, if the,
hold on. Let
all
me
right,
explain. Let me explain why I believe it will work.
all right, tell me.
Okay, so here's the thing. When you take money, right now, here's the old way we did quantitative easing,
All
right?
right.
What happened is the Fed would pump money into the stock market. The stock, let's say Apple, Best Buy, Facebook, Google, would have money. Now that company can hire employees, helping the economy. It creates employees. It also creates things for people to consume, correct?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Okay, so when the Fed pumps money into, let's say the Fed buys $100 billion worth of Apple stock, as an example. Apple uses that money to expand. It uses that money to
Yeah, they do buybacks. All they've
wait,
been
wait,
doing
wait,
is
wait.
doing
Hold on.
buybacks. And
Wait, hold on. Let me explain. Okay.
yeah,
Number one, what I have to say is this. Okay.
what?
Well, okay. That is the old method, correct?
Yeah.
So if you do the same thing over and over, what is that the definition of?
Well, this is what the Federal Reserve did. Okay. So what they did was, let's say, I think it was 2002, whatever, after the dot-com bubble.
One, let me
So,
finish what I was saying about
all right,
hyperinflation.
go ahead, and then
Okay,
I'll
so
explain mine.
hyperinflation only happens in one scenario when you print more money than you are making, correct?
Well, you don't think we print a lot of fucking money right now?
Okay, wait. This is okay. You
No,
said
inflation happens when you have a lot of money. You're printing a lot of money, which we are now. We print so much fucking money, it's unbelievable. But how come there is no inflation right now? How come there is no inflation even though we're printing tons and tons and trillions of dollars in money? The issue why we don't have inflation is because the money velocity has been going down. Why has it been going down? Because the Federal Reserve has put money, let's say, in the stock market, right? A lot of people are just waiting. People don't, basically, they're not flipping the dollars or they're giving it to the banks. The banks are just leaving it in the stock market. They're not flipping the money. So the money velocity is not actually going up because of that. Because the banks are just, you can call it hoarding it. But if you give it to consumers, the
you said
money
the word
velocity
right.
will go up, and
You
we're
said the
gonna
word right
get spending.
there. You said the right word right there. Dollar velocity, correct?
Money velocity.
Yeah, money velocity. Okay, so here's the thing. If I gave you $10,000, what would you do with it? You would probably spend it if you're an average consumer, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. Hold on. Let me explain. This
A
is the idea
consumer will
behind
spend
this is
that
the
money.
idea behind
Velocity will go up.
wait. No, hold on. This is the idea behind helicopter money, right? So at the top there's the government, right? And then the Federal Reserve, right?
Hmm.
The Fed, let's say Andrew Yang is true, or let's say forget about universal income because you're probably thinking of something else. Let's just call it helicopter money, okay?
Yeah.
So the government gives people right now, everybody gets $12,000, right?
Hmm.
For just this 1 year. Let's just say 1 year as an example, right? So the government gave people money, right?
Yeah.
The government did not print money. The government, let me make this very clear. The government did not print money out of thin air, right? What it did was it cut government programs that wasted money and
That's
employed.
the issue. Is he gonna cut Medicare? Is he gonna cut
Yes,
military
that's
spending?
exactly what he was
Okay,
saying.
okay, he's not gonna do that, dude. You
He
know
did.
why?
Okay, let me
Okay,
explain what
listen,
he said.
listen.
He says he wants to give everybody $12,000 a
I
month. I mean,
know,
a year.
no, a year, yeah.
And that would enable all Americans to pay their bills, educate themselves, start their own businesses, be more creative, stay healthy, relocate for work, spend more time
Yeah,
with their
but
children, take care of loved ones.
tell me what government programs is he gonna cut?
I don't know exactly which ones
Exactly,
exactly. I'm
exactly.
trying to find the ones exactly. Hold on.
That's the issue. He is not going to cut.
Okay, right here.
Even,
Ready? Okay,
dude, all politicians say the same shit. Oh, we're gonna cut in. I even voted for Trump because of that. I'm like, okay, he's gonna cut in government spending. Let's fucking vote for him. He didn't do it, dude. No, there's nobody out there.
Let me explain. Ready?
Plus, do you think he's gonna cut Social Security? Andrew
That's a
Yang?
different topic. Hold on. Let's explain about the government giving. Okay, let's just say the Federal Reserve gives people money, right?
Yeah.
Forget about Andrew. So the Fed gives people money. You know what that money is going to be used on? It's going to be spent, correct?
It's gonna be spent, which will
The
cause money
wait,
velocity to go up.
wait. Here's an example. So let's say you had $1,000 and you used it to buy a TV at Best Buy, right?
Hmm.
Isn't a million other people going to do like the same exact thing? Let's say, right?
Yes,
So what it's going to do
it's
is
gonna inflate the
wait.
dollar.
No, what it's going to do is this. No. Okay. They already do quantitative easing, correct?
Yeah.
So what they're going to do is they're going to change how they're doing quantitative easing. Instead of pumping the stocks up, they give money to you, the person. You know what you did with the money, right?
Yes.
You have
That's the
$1,000,
problem.
you spent it at Best Buy. Okay, do you know what the next step is? You
Well,
ready?
let me ask you one question.
Wait. Let me
No.
explain. Let me finish this and then ask.
All right,
Okay?
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So you spent $1,000 at Best Buy, correct?
Okay, sure.
So you know what it's going to do now?
What?
Times that by 1 million people, 20 million, 30 million people who shop at Best Buy. That's money from the government. So the government gave you money, ching ching in your pocket. You use that money to purchase a TV set or Xbox, computer, whatever. You know what? The company makes the money, right? Best Buy earned a lot of money that quarter, correct? You know
Yeah.
what that's going to do? The stock will go up in value because there's an earnings per share. Oh, the company's making money. And then
Why?
at the
Why
end
would
of
the
the year,
stock go up in value? Who's buying
because
stocks?
there's more consumers, there are companies making more money.
Yes, but why do you think the stocks are in a bubble right now?
Because quantitative easing bought them with fake money.
Exactly. So there is a lot of money that the Federal Reserve put in the stock market, correct?
So what they're going to do
We're
is they're
not
going to
going
give
to be going at
consumers
those levels
in
in
the
the
form of
stock market.
helicopter money, and then the money is going to be spent on companies. The companies will go up in value in the stock market. It
Yeah,
won't be
not
fake
the
money in
stock.
the
The
stock. You know
stock
what it will
market
be?
will not.
It will be fake money in the consumer itself. So you know how before they did the stock market, the bubble in 2001, then they did the housing market, right?
Yeah,
Now they're going to do the consumer market.
dude, this is the issue with that. Let me.
Okay, let me read what Angie Yang said.
No,
I'll
no,
make
no,
it.
no. This is he. This is what happened when they put money into the housing market. What happened? It became a bubble, right?
Yep.
So the prices for the houses were fucking ridiculously high
That's
back
because they
then.
went too crazy. They gave
Yeah,
everybody a
so
house.
basically they inflated.
A house
They
is different than giving somebody
wait, yeah, but
$10,000.
wait a minute. I'm trying to do
Wait,
my
wait, wait, wait.
explanation now. No, you already did your
Wait,
explanation.
if
Let
I
me
gave
do
you
mine.
$10,000, that's different than giving you a $200,000-$300,000 house. Don't you agree?
No, wait. Let me do my explanation, and now you can do yours.
All right.
Okay. So
Cool.
in 2000, they pumped up the housing market, right? They pumped up the housing market. The value of the homes inflated. It was ridiculous. Everybody was, it was so bad. And then what happened was all came down. Now what they do is stock market. They did everything, auto loan, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next time when they go, but what happens when they put the money in the stock market? People buy stocks, right?
Yeah.
But they're not flipping the money. They're not consuming the money. They just leave it in the stock market, hoping for the value of their stocks to go up. They're
Yes.
not buying and selling like crazy, right? Especially because we were in a bull market. So money velocity. I'm looking at a chart right here. It went down from 2006. Money velocity has been going down. 2009 money velocity has gone down and down and down and down. Even though they have print more money than ever before, there's still no. Well, they say that inflation is pretty low, or whatever. But
Okay, you see that chart you're looking at right now, right?
yeah, yeah. Are you looking at the chart right now?
Go from the beginning. Where does it say? 1960 up until 1995,
Yeah,
correct?
you see how it was like.
Wait. Forget that. Okay, go back to what I said. 1960. Go to 1960 all the way to the left.
Yeah, 1960. Yep.
Okay, 1960, and then look all the way till like 1990. Do you see how it was like kind of steady? It was going like side to
Yeah,
side,
sideways.
right?
Yeah.
That's probably the best dollar velocity. So this year, people are going to spend more. Next year, oh, the crops didn't grow this year. It was winter. We don't feel like it. Like It stabilized. It looks like a slow, not a growth, slow.
Yeah, but
But then do you see what happened in like after the 1990, let's say 1993 or 4, maybe 1991 or something, 1990, let's say, boom, dollar velocity shot up like crazy. Okay, dollar velocity needs to keep going up. Okay,
yeah,
what
but if
happens
it
is
goes
this.
up
You
while
see, but Jason, what's
no, no,
going
no,
to
no.
cause
Wait a minute. But we were not printing money like in the 1990s like we are doing now.
Okay, so there's
If we
a
were
question.
printing
Why would dollar
wait a minute.
velocity
If we
go
were
down?
printing the same
Wait, why
amount,
would dollar velocity go down when we're printing more money into thin air? Think
yeah,
about
we're
that.
printing more money, but the money velocity is down, which means there's less flipping of the money, which means
That just
that's why
means
the
this. That
inflation
just
hasn't
means,
gone
you
up.
know what that means to me? You know what that means to me?
What?
That means that the numbers that are moving the charts, the money that is moving the charts on the dollar velocity has gone down because the wealth has been redistributed towards the rich. So the rich kept getting more and more
Not
money.
the rich.
Huh?
They're just giving all this money to the banks, and the banks are just the banks are making these
No, no, no.
loans,
You're
and
not
we have
understanding what I'm trying
no
to say to you.
you no,
No,
that's
what
not
you
true.
don't-
You're making incorrect fucking things. They're giving this money, all this money supply to the fucking banks. The banks, since there is low interest rates, the banks are loaning this money at very low interest rates. Companies, they're buying their own stocks buybacks and shit. They're leaving the money right there. They cannot sell, let's say 5% of their own company. They will be stupid if they do that. That's why money velocity has gone down, because all the money is going to basically the companies, right? Which they're buying is
It's
stock
not
buybacks.
okay.
That's why the stock
Like I
market
just
is
told you.
raising and raising and raising because of that.
Okay,
It's
the
not
way what you said
so.
basically you said the
No,
exact
but
same thing
wait,
I
let
said
me
in a
explain.
different.
Let me explain. So why, like over here, you see the money velocity here, it was so fucking high, but I don't believe we were printing that much money as we were right here. So right now we're printing so much fucking money. Imagine the money velocity fucking shuts up. Because Andrew Yang gives fucking $12,000 to every person, they will consume that money, and what's gonna happen is the inflation will go up because the amount of money we're printing right now is ridiculous. Gold will go up, and
That's actually pretty interesting. Jason's president is actually saying, "I'll give you free money."
yes,
Well, hold on,
when you give free
hold on.
money, look at
Listen,
Venezuela. Why people are buying toilet paper with like millions of freaking shit, so
that's
many.
hyperinflation because the country kept printing more and more money. You know why they printed more and more money?
Because they couldn't pay their debt
Because
back.
they
No,
tried to tax the businesses fucking 90% or something.
well, and what do you think the socialists will do?
Hold on. I mean, if okay, this is the way I say it. Are you ready
You
for
don't
this one?
think Andrew Yang is gonna raise it?
Wait, you're not understanding. Google. Okay, Google one thing for me. Can you go to Google?
Yeah.
Okay, type in value added tax. Okay, also, wait, let's talk about the velocity real quick. Let me recap. Okay, so the way I see it is the reason why the dollar velocity went down is because of this. Previously, if there was $100 billion, right?
Okay.
Right? There was $100 billion. It was distributed, not given. Okay, just pay attention to how I'm wording this. There's 100 million Americans or whatever, and then there was $100 billion, right? And then out of those people, everybody got like a different amount, right? And then over time, the wealth has gone up towards the top 1%. Like, what's his name? Stanley Druckenmiller. You know what he said? He says 12% of all of the middle class wealth. You know where it went? 12% since the 1990s or 1970s or something like that. 12% of the net worth of people from 30 years ago has gone directly to the top 1%, the rich.
But why is it going to the 1%? They keep
Because the
making
1% are doing one thing. You know what that is?
what?
Okay, I have a fucking lawn care business. They own businesses. They own railroads. They own oil
Exactly.
companies.
They're
They own,
making shit happen.
no,
Average people, consumers are not. They're just
what I'm
consuming
telling
money,
you is that's why dollar
and that's
velocity
the
went down.
problem. Money velocity will go the
Wait,
fuck up.
Jason, this is the thing. What's the difference
Okay,
between a
listen.
rich?
If
Wait,
my listen, if
really fast.
companies, no, if companies, if no, no, if if the Federal Reserve is printing money, giving it to everybody, companies will be like, wait a minute, and if we have negative interest rates, the value of the dollar will go down. These companies will want to fucking raise their prices because they're gonna see that the dollar is going down in value. They're
Only
gonna
if
want to
there's
raise prices.
wait,
Inflation will go up because that's what causes inflation. Everybody will get fucked, and there's no stopping it. That's what's gonna happen.
okay. Hyperinflation starts when a country's government begins printing money for its spending. So if the government does not spend, if it does not
So you don't
overspend,
think the government will spend?
let's just okay. They did
How
not do it.
much government spending do
Wait,
we
Chris.
have right
Okay,
now?
Jason, I have a question for you. Can I accuse a black guy of being a shoplifter? No, he hasn't stole anything yet. Now, just because you think someone says, "Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do that," you actually have to pay attention. Andrew
We're
Yang,
gonna
wait. Andrew Yang exclusively says, "I will not print more money. I will take money that already is being wasted on the prison system, an $800 billion enterprise, right?"
Yeah, but even if he does that, look, we have we have $20 trillion of social security liability. We have $30 trillion of Medicare liability. We have a U.S. unfunded liabilities of $125 trillion. We have a liability per citizen for $381,000. The U.S. trade deficit in China is negative 397 billion.
Okay, then do me a
This
favor.
U.S.
Okay,
central bank assets right now, as we speak, are 4,735 billion.
wait.
The
Let's. I want to.
look, the U.S. M2 money supply right now is $14 trillion, and it keeps going up and up and up. The so the currency and credit derivatives are $545 trillion, and all we have is U.S. gross domestic product of 21 trillion. We have a total U.S. debt of $74 trillion. We have a national debt of 22 trillion. Dude, this is not looking good. The government will try to print more money
Okay,
just
wait.
to stay afloat, just to
Number one,
try to pay the
let's
debt
go back to
because
the
they
dollar.
won't be able to pay
Hold
the
on, I
debt
already know that. I
ever.
already know that stuff. Hold on, I
Yeah,
already
but
know that.
they won't be able to pay the debt. They're gonna print money. That's what's gonna
I think
happen.
long term, I think there's a very high chance America could be fucked. Yep.
Well, yeah, and it's sad. That's what I'm talking about. They're gonna lower interest rate. We're gonna go negative, and we're
I have
gonna lose
a
the
question
world
for you.
currency.
Wait. Do you think the economy can work without a government, like we did throughout history?
Yeah, like
What I'm saying,
mm,
there's just a reset. Like, okay, you're still gonna go to the store and buy food. It's just that there's no taxes, let's say, right?
yeah.
It would be the states. If the government lost power, then the states would. People are sheep, correct? They're always going to want somebody to look up to and lead them, right?
Hmm.
So there's always going to be someone's like, I want to be the governor. I want to be this. Okay. So wait, let me explain about that dollar velocity. What do rich people do with their money? They do nothing except invest almost all of it, right?
That's why money velocity has been down. Let's say
Going down because wait. It will okay because the rich have more of the money. It will only go down the more the rich have more money because they won't.
exactly.
They're not going to use.
Imagine if you give it to consumers. If
Wait.
velocity,
Cause the dollar velocity to go back up. Yes, of course.
yeah,
Wait. What does the
which
consumer
will
do? What
cause
does an
more
average
inflation.
What does an average middle class person do with their money? They don't want to save $1 million. They rather say, I want to spend it and enjoy it because I only have one life. And
Yeah, but
rich
that's
people,
bad because
rich people
inflation
like
will
to
go
save.
up.
No. I'm saying you just have $1 million. I'm not talking about fucking inflation bullshit. You have $1 million in the bank. You could choose to spend it. People don't have money to spend anymore because the amount of money they are making is not keeping up with the times. You understand that, right? You know the minimum wage back in the 1970s. You know what that is, right?
What?
It was $20 an hour. Do you know that?
Is that the average?
Look, okay, let me try to figure out what's it called. Go to Google and then type in money has not kept up with the times. And then go to
Did you
images.
say minimum wage? What? 1970?
I'm trying to find it myself. Actually, I sent it to you previously, but you probably just didn't give a fuck.
Minimum wage chart. Let me put in minimum wage chart USA. All right.
So basically, the chart. Okay, here I found it. America's paychecks are bigger than 40 years ago, but their purchasing power has hardly budged. So in 1964, on average, people made $20 an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you are making the same money as you were. Okay,
Well, that's not true.
basically the buying power has gone down.
Okay, you're wrong. Look, what they're trying to say is because of inflation, it's worth $20 right now. But we actually make more money than we did back then. But because of inflation,
Yeah,
is seen as less. That's the issue. That's why.
because there's no buying power. Yes, the
Yeah,
buying
but
power.
imagine inflation goes up higher, we're fucked.
Wait. I just sent you a picture to your phone. Please look at your phone.
Why do you think the value of the
Wait,
dollar
wait.
has
Can
lost
I send you a picture? Hold on.
93?
I'm going to send you a picture on Google Hangouts, okay?
Dude, the value of the dollar has
Hey, I
lost
sent you a picture on Google Hangouts. Please
93%
review it.
since it
Hey,
started.
look at the picture on Google Hangouts. I just sent it to you on Google Hangouts.
Wait a minute. No, I don't want to go. I can't go there, dude. Hold on.
Just click Google
No, I
Hangouts.
can't
Don't
go there. I don't know.
you? Okay. You got some tabs open or something?
Yeah.
I,
I don't.
are you serious, bro?
No. Hold on. So,
I sent
yeah.
it to your phone. Okay, wait. You
No,
have to see
so
the picture.
all right, we're gonna have to end up the show here. We're gonna have to talk about all of that in another episode. So
Okay.
leave
What
comments.
I just want
What
to
do you
add
want to
is
say to the people?
okay. I just want to see what you're trying to hide, bro. Just want to see.
No, seriously. Say bye. Say
Okay,
ciao.
wait. So hold on. Okay, so Jason, do you know how? Okay, the paycheck hasn't budged and the buying power hasn't gone down, and now the lines have met each other, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing in the future is that it's only going to invert. Therefore, every year people's buying power will be less and less to the point that they're going to basically be fucked. So the only thing that can save them is the production of energy. Okay, Jason, here's a perfect example. If you go back in 1970s, you know how much a computer cost, right?
Yeah. Well,
Like $100,000. But then now you can go get one for $50 or $100, right?
yeah, but that's because technology got better and cheaper.
Yeah, so what I think is going to happen is food is going to get better, and then the cost of it is going to go down to like 10 cents a pound for
Okay,
chicken.
food and technology are two different things.
Food and technology, they can produce lab food. Are you aware of
Yeah,
that?
but I don't want to fucking eat lab food. Who wants to eat that shit?
I would personally like to
I
try
will
it.
not.
It's the
You would
exact
like to
same
try
food.
it, but you will not
You're not
like to
understanding.
eat
It's
it.
not fake food. They're taking the molecules of the steak instead of
Yeah,
the cow being born, they're only birthing just the chicken breast, or no, just the steak is what I'm saying. It's the
dude, I
exact
believe
same
that tastes nasty. And what happens with that
No,
is
it does
your
not. It
taste.
tastes exactly like a
Well,
burger,
let's
man.
say it tastes the same, but the issue
You
is
don't
all
even
the
know.
nutrients that it will have. It's not gonna have the same nutrients. They're not gonna inject fucking iron into meats and shit like that. They're not gonna.
Dude, you're not understanding. The molecules are already protein with iron.
Yeah, but they're gonna probably make lean meat, and we need fat because we need to.
Okay, also I want you to look up the value added tax. Okay, the value added tax is where if I'm selling something for $1, right?
Mm-hmm.
I sell it for $1.10. So then the net value added tax, so 10%. So 10% of every dollar you're selling, right?
Mm-hmm.
For automation. So if it's 10%, therefore I pay 10 cents to tax. Do you
All
make
right,
sense?
listen to this. A
All
federal
right.
minimum wage was first set in 1938. The graph shows nominal value ranges from 0.25 cents an hour in 1938 to the current $7.25 an hour. That was in 2017, I believe.
Okay.
So the graph shows the wages to 2015 dollars red squares. Okay, he's talking about the chart. The 1968 minimum wage was the highest at $10.85. The real dollar minimum wage in 1968, if I go back here, I mean, the problem is inflation, and the dollar has lost 93% of its value, dude. That's the issue. And what created that? The fucking central bank, and they're going to destroy the dollar, and they're going to finish destroying the dollar. You know,
You know what to think.
that's what my point is. Even they can do all these governments can. All I gotta say is everybody, new people are gonna come in and come out, but all I know is that the value of the dollar will be destroyed one day, and we're gonna be fucked. So, and we're gonna have a recession before Trump gets reelected, and we're gonna have a socialist. And with that, it's basically my thought, and that's what I believe, and that's what I'm gonna leave the people with.
You know what I think? I think you're really hot and you're really cute, and I want you to click on the other tabs, bro.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I will click it right after we end this. Alright, so you want to say something to the fucking viewers after we leave or whatever?
Yeah, I want them to answer one question. Would you rather have penises as fingers or have pussies as ears?
Oh, that's a very, very good question. Fuck you. Alright, man, I'm gonna end the stream now. Somebody wait, is that you? Is that
Huh?
you saying nothing to see here, mister? Oh my
Look,
god.
no, wait, nothing to see here, Mister.
Wait, who's that?
Who? Who is that actually?
Somebody commented on it. I don't
Wait, is
know.
that you?
No, it's a viewer. We got our first viewer, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, who's that? Wait, if you're there, nothing to see here, please reply, say something.
No. Wait. Cuban Thomas, is that you, bro?
No, dude, I don't know who it is.
No way, bro.
Alright,
No
that's our
way.
first viewer. Alright, we're gonna say hi to our first viewer,
Nothing
and
to see here. Nothing to see here. That's the funniest thing ever,
yeah,
man.
alright, man. So we'll talk later. Hopefully, nothing to see here is gonna come back, and
Wait,
somebody
look what it
liked our shit too, so that's awesome.
Look what it said. Oh, look, they liked it. Wait, you
Yeah.
sure it's not your phone?
No, it's not my phone. That's not even my fucking what? Who the
Nothing
fuck
to
is
see
nothing?
here, miss. Oh my god, this is genius.
Alright, see, bro, it's fucking awesome. Alright, we have 2 likes now, bro.
I
So
liked it.
we some people have like 100,000 likes in like one video. We have 2 likes and we're happy about it, so it's alright.
I know it's about being humble, about having big dicks, and Bigfoot.
Alright, let's end this podcast because you're
Hey,
getting like fucking high. What are you smoking
hey,
crack?
wait, Subin, does your pussy
Alright, bye,
flex?
bye, 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 bye.
Wait, quick,